Okay, tubers. Tubers, not as in tubers which grow under the ground or large brassy things that you play in marching bands. Like that. That could be a French horn. Do French get the horn? Don't know. Must do, I suppose. There's a lot of them. Anyway, Gary, we have your Lux here. Now, our poor chap Gary was playing on Sunday at the CPPS, and the poor fella did not have a lot of luck. And he seemed to think the problem was with his marker. Now, we've tested this marker here. It is faultless. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, as I'm going to show you in a minute. So we're going to take it out the back. I'm going to put 2 or 3 pods through it just to show you that this gun works perfectly. Now, if you've got a very brittle paint and it's breaking, don't use it. Yeah, there was loads and loads of teams over the weekend that started shooting brittle paint and couldn't shoot it because of the weather. 1, it was the wrong temperature. 2, it was too damp, which means your shell is not going to be as hard as it should be. Yeah, it's going to be smashable or frangible. Frangible is a nice word. We like that. Now, as I've always told you chaps, when you get to a game, don't go straight to the first vendor and buy your paint. Walk around the site, and it's that one. Walk up to players and say, "Excuse me, mate, can I fill your balls?" You need to drop test the paint, but not just one ball. You need to drop test paint out of 3 or 4 boxes, out of each individual bag. You need to be drop testing. Now, the paint we're talking about, I got my stars mixed up earlier. It's around the other way, isn't it? As in, 1 star is super hard and 5 star is super brittle. Now, I know for a fact that all the teams that didn't have problems were using 3 star paint, yeah? Some people were using 4 star and they found the 4 star was breaking, which was a yellow ball. They had to move down to 3 star, okay? Just to show you that other guns, other manufacturers of markers were breaking paint on that day. If you're breaking paint, change. As soon as you get to the site in the morning, walk round, ask to fill players' balls, yeah? And get a feel for the paint that's for sale at that time. When you find a paint that works good in your gun, buy that paint. This is paintball rule number 1. It's a really simple rule to adhere to make sure that your gun doesn't turn into, and a really cool term I heard, a super. It's like a soup maker. Yeah. So we're going to put some air in this now. We're going to pop a hopper on. We're going to stick a barrel on. We're going to go out and shoot. Now, next thing I want to talk to you about is small paint. Let's face it, paint is getting very, very small, very small. If your paint is going past your detents because your hopper is forcing the paint downwards with too much power, what will happen is 1 ball will go in, it will go past the detents, but it will stop on the O-ring at the front of the breech. The next ball will come in and sit on top of that one, which will be a half a ball, and then your bolt will just go like that. And that's what I think you've been doing this entire weekend, because we cannot find a single fault on this gun. Now, during the course of the weekend, I had a few players with this problem, and you know, as an experimental piece, I did say to these players, drop the resistance on your hoppers. They were using die rotors. It has a resistance meter to change the amount of torque and force that the hopper works at. When they dropped their hopper force, lo and behold, the guns worked really, really well. So we're going to take this out now, put some paint through this, and see what happens. So, just to start with, we're going to have a little bit of dry fire. As you can see, absolutely sweet. So I'm just going to switch this off now and gas this down. I have this one. This is 693, but those who notice this paint will know that I've had these ones since I did that hybrid test, which was, I don't know, 3 months ago, around Christmas. So, you know, plus shelf life, we can possibly say that this is about 6 months old, and it is a cheap paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this paint out the back. We're going to fire this and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so we're out the back. I have a chrono and an Allen key. Let me just switch on my hopper. That's it, isn't it? Yay! So that's my hopper on. Let me just switch the air on. Lovely. Let me just switch on the gun. Lux experience level 5%. I'm just going to have one shot to check the chrono. Oh, hang on. Uh, 270s. Remember, this chrono reads a bit low, so that'd probably be about 290s. Okay, what I'm going to do now is we're just going to spin the camera around. We're going to show you some shots going down the yard. Okay then, so how can I do this? Can we do this like, I can't really see, so I'm trying to look through the camera, so if I miss the target, don't take the piss. Okay, so there's a problem with your marker, not. And then what we're going to do now, so I've got enough paint left, we're going to do a sideways shot as well, okay? I've had one break, yeah, come on. And that was a barrel break, yeah. But like I said, this paint is about 6 months old. Okay, hopper free spinning, gun's running now with eyes off, means my rounds are complete. Just going to make the weapon safe. Make sure I've got no paint in here floating around. Yeah, that was a barrel break because the paint's right on the tip of the barrel there. Well, like I say, that was old paint, so I'm not worried about that. This is running sort of 280s, 285s. I've never really found that you need 300 feet per second to place up there. 280 is a much better stable ball. I've normally found 300, unless your barrel's absolutely pristine and you're using marbleizer, that you paint corkscrews. I'm doing the whole girlfriend thing again, girlfriend. Anyway, so that's your gun, Gary, and as you can see, it's perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I've just put down 160 rounds down range with no chops, no chuffs, no chaffs, nothing. Chiff chaff. It's green wing, sorry, I do go off at a tangent. Anyway, so we get this back in the post for you, Brew, and if you're breaking paint, change paint. It's as simple as that. If you're using small paint, change the speed on your hopper. The actual force that it feeds at, it will be in the owner's handbook that comes with the hopper. Apart from that, this is mint, so I'm going to give you a bell now. We'll get this out in the post for you tomorrow. But until such time, we'll see you soon. Bye bye. See you.